You would have thought as a nurse she would know better, that it is not a one-man show. I keep saying it on my channel. Nursing, medicine, healthcare profession is not a one-man show. Hello and welcome once again aboard JulieCity. How are you keeping? I hope you're keeping well and safe. As usual, I'm always excited to be here, and I'm glad you are here. Thank you so much for clicking into today's video. You're highly welcomed. So today's video is more like a continuation of my last video, which I'm going to be leaving a link in my description box and hopefully in the comment section. Do well to click on that and watch. I'm also going to leave it on my end screen. Yes, like I said, do well and watch that one. Hopefully that will add up the whole story why I decided to pick on this particular incident. So I'm just going to be reporting what I have read. That has to do with being content with who you are. And if for any reason you decide that you want to enhance any part of your body, like I said in my previous video, it's my body, it's my choice, it's your body, it's your choice. The most important thing here on JulieCity is making sure that you make informed decisions and choices in your bid to enhance them, especially when it comes to surgery, because every surgery carries a risk. You have to weigh your options. What is most important to you? How beneficial will this enhancement surgery be to you? Will it help you? Will it improve your mental health? If the risk were to overwhelm the benefits, will you still go ahead? That's just all it is. Making sure that you get the information that you require to make the best choice and decision for you. So we talked about butt enhancement, and now a story came to my fancy, and that is a lady who was advised by her village people. If you're Nigerian, you know when we say village people, you understand. So basically, if you're not Nigerian, I will explain. So when you hear a Nigerian say something about their village people, not necessarily the village people, it's more like we like call it. So village people does not necessarily refer to your village, your original village where you came from. It's more like a figure or speech to say that you have entangled yourself with wrong people or the wrong advice. So this young lady was advised by her village people on how to expressly meet her ancestors before her time. So this young lady decided that enough is enough for big belly, and that exercises, diet is not having it for her. She is ready for liposuction. And like I said, it costs money. So she decided that it is by fire or by force, by hook or by crook. She decided to take laws into her hands to do a DIY. Yes, you heard me right. A do it yourself. She did liposuction on herself. Sit down. Watch to the end. The story is coming. Don't rush. Don't rush. We are going to tell this story. She did a DIY. Yes, a do it yourself liposuction. You heard me right. So grab a drink if you have not. If you're standing, get a seat. So I'm not laughing because I find it amusing. I don't know. It's silly. Yeah, that's just it doesn't make sense. Let me use that word so that I won't be unkind. It doesn't make sense. So apparently the story told that she's a 30-year-old lady, a nurse. She obviously works in a clinic where they do cosmetic surgery like liposuction, hip enhancement, facial enhancement, and so on and so forth. So she believed that she has learned it herself and she doesn't need any training. If she can't afford it, then she has to do it by herself. The news did not say she couldn't afford it. So let me not jump the gun. But then when you think like the story doesn't make sense, the only reason why this woman would take such risk is because she can't afford it. So let's just give it to her. So she decided on this fateful day, she woke up and said, today is the day I'm getting that flat tummy. Ah, Jesus. So this young lady walked into her place of work, took the anesthetics herself, that is, tried to use a local. A local anesthetics is the one that you kind of numb the area. If you've been through surgery, whether by birth or any other thing, they would have explained a few things about local and general anesthetics. So this lady decided that obviously if she's sleeping, she won't be able to do it by herself. So she made the quick decision to say, look, if I use a local numbs just that area, so you're awake and aware. They use this a lot with birthing surgery. So if you're going for a cesarean section to have a baby, a lot of times in an uncomplicated situations, they always use the local, so you're awake to see your baby being born and hold your baby following birth. So this woman decided that she's just going to numb the area, obviously her tummy, and do this thing and get the perfect shape that she needs. Well, of course, you know what will happen. She's not trained for it. Yes, she's a nurse, she has watched it, but she doesn't have the know-how. And the fact that she has to do it on herself, by herself, in the theater, it doesn't make sense. Usually, I've worked in the theater and I've looked after people who have gone through surgery. Of course, it's not a one-man show. I always say it on my channel, nursing, healthcare is not a one-man show. It's not a one-man shine. You need more hands. But this lady, in her own choice and decision, her village people advise her that she can do it herself. When your village people hail you to do it, there's problem. So she was apparently, what do you expect? She was found kaput. She had met her ancestors by the time she was discovered. Yes, she died. She overdosed herself. Whether there is more to this story or not, I can't say, but this is what was reported. Now, the first place I saw it on TikTok, a fellow nurse read out the news and I went online to investigate it. I was reading through their comment section and people, just like myself, cannot understand why somebody would take such drastic decision just for the purpose of meeting societal pressure. Why do I call it a societal pressure? Because we can learn to be content with what we have. It is not by force. You can live with it or without it. Yes, for mental health purposes, it might actually suit you. There are things that is just sheer pressure that you can do without. And when it has to do with such things like doing something as drastic as liposuction on your own self, when you are not qualified, even if you are the cosmetologist himself, I don't think, or herself, I don't think it is the right thing to do, but she chose to do that. And that brings me back to my original point. The most important thing when you're going to make such decision and choice, any decision and choice, is getting the right information. Not information from your village people. Whatever made her make that decision is a wrong decision. And I am sharing this story just to buttress the fact that before you decide to go into such thing as body enhancement, whether as little as eyebrow or as more as facial changes and tummy changes and hip enhancement, please engage the right people, ask the right questions, do your research, follow instruction. That is the most important thing. Whether you decide to do it or not, it doesn't concern me. What is most important to me is the fact that your health is your wealth. You have just this life. Don't get to heaven's gate and they're asking you what brought you here and you can't even really explain what brought you here. That's the most important thing. Your health is your wealth. So I thought I could share this story just to understand the fact that our life is important, and for whatever decisions we choose to take regarding our life, because we have been given the power to do so, that we do it with the right information, the right decisions. Don't let village people give you advice. Weigh it very well, because it might be express way to meet your ancestors, and if it's not your time, what's the need for that? Anyway, I found it really intriguing, funny, and bizarre at the same time. Remember, your health is your wealth. So apparently this story, you can check it out. The Mirror reported it. It's the 30-year-old woman apparently overdosed herself with anesthetics, which is the medication that is supposed to help to numb the pain, as she did it. So yeah, It's not for everybody. Not everybody can do it. If you can't afford it today, why not wait? Maybe next week you might be able to afford it instead of putting your life at risk like this 30-year-old nurse did. Till I see you next time. What do you think? Was she right? If you can't afford it, must you force it? Let me hear your opinion in the comment section. And if you have not subscribed, this is the time to do so. Click on that red subscribe button, and it's no longer red. I keep saying red. That's because for many years it's been red. We say click the subscribe button. I think the color is now black. Click the subscribe button and the notification bell. That's where you get notifications for all of my uploads and you won't miss a thing. And if you found this useful, don't forget to like this video. Please, I can't stress it enough. Like this video. By so doing, the algorithm recognizes it and pushes it out. Also, do me a big favor. Share, share, share. Your health is your wealth. Make sure you get the right information in order to make the best decision for you, because you are important.